morning.
Good morning.
So, this theme of installation ceremony and being an MC, both are the first for me. And I was kind of told that I have to come up with a theme also for the installation ceremony. So the first thing, I was thinking a lot. I thought that I'll possibly name it Change of Thrones, but I haven't seen Game of Thrones, so it would have been very tough for me. Then I realized the number of meeting today, as well as the installation ceremony, the occasion of installation ceremony, this is very unique. Do you remember the number of meeting today?
777.
777.
777.
These repeating numbers are called angelic numbers and are also called soul numbers if you believe in them. And each number like 222, 333, 444 has a specific significance. 777 is related to self, is related to spirituality, is related to self-growth, and that is also why we are all here at Toastmasters, because in a way or other we want to contribute to our own self and grow ourselves. So I thought this was very, very interesting today. But apart from 777, there are other sevens involved today. Can you guess any?
EC? 7 EC members?
7 ECs, yes. That is bang on. And that's such a nice coincidence, right?
Date is multiple of 7.
Date is multiple of 7. Wow, you guys really have a very good presence of mind. And
Are we having 21?
Today morning was 7 degrees.
I could believe that. I could believe that. And yes, today is Sunday, seventh day of the week.
First day. It's subjective.
And
Durga has 7 letters.
And coincidentally, my name appears 7 times in the agenda today.
Narcissist.
Yes, so I think with that, I would like to call the theme of today's installation ceremony as 7 chairs. We will be introducing 7 new committee members today. And with each one, I would like to talk about my favorite book, which is, any guesses? It has 7 in it.
7 effective habits of highly successful people.
Stephen Covey.
By Stephen Covey, yes. So I will be talking about 7 habits of highly effective people by Stephen Covey. Before I call the first performer of today, I would like to talk about the first habit. Any idea, any guess? How many of you have read it, by the way? One person, half. I highly recommend it. If you don't have time to read it or you don't like reading, just go through the summary through Blinkist. It's very, very nice and it will impact your professional careers really well. I read this book 3 years back and I have read it 3 times since, and I feel it is very, very impactful for my growth. So the first habit is be proactive. Most of the times in our life, we are very, very reactive. Our health is impacted, so we start working out. Something happens in our life and then we change something as an outcome of that. So the first habit that Stephen Covey says is be proactive in your life. With that, I would like to call the first performer, Siddharth, for stage act 1. Siddharth, as he tells us, Toastmasters has enabled him to bring forth the stand-up comic and memory artist in him. He can mimic, one fun fact about him is he can mimic various Bollywood actors and singers. And he is a software, by the day he is a software engineer working at a big tech. He loves to talk about sports, history and science. And in his free time, he likes to read and sing.
I would also like to add to this. So Akhil has very graciously agreed to join me in my performance.
Wonderful.
So
I'm sorry I don't have your such amusement and such fascinating performance. I hate to bring the mode back to the installation ceremony. Very well done, Akhilesh and Siddharth. Akhil and Siddharth. Never seen such innovation in an offline club meetup. So that was very, very nice. With that, I come to the second habit of 7 habits of highly effective people, which is begin with an end in mind. And this one particularly has helped me in my career because I am a salesperson by heart. I like to do things on the go. I believe in let's just start and then we'll see whatever comes in the way, we'll solve it. And did not realize that that takes a lot of time to do things because you're trying to figure out as you are going. So this habit talks about planning first and then doing it in reality. So you first do everything in paper, in planning, and then do it step by step in execution. With that, I will call the second speaker for today, which is Pallavi. Her topic is walk through memory lane. She is working with Zomato on data privacy and data security front. One skill that she learned from Toastmasters is being humble. Fun fact about Pallavi is she's a big time foodie and that's one motive that brings her to the club on Sunday mornings for the lunch. And it's a win-win for her. Honest and from the heart talk, Pallavi. Thank you so much for that. I'm sure all of us will also have a lot of such memories and things to share because we come here with the purpose of networking, with the purpose of learning, with the purpose of polishing our skills. With that, the third habit in the book is put first things first. We also talk about it as prioritizing. We also talk about it as, doing important things first. But the most important hack that I learned here in terms of prioritizing is Eisenhower matrix. If you don't know about it, go back and think. It is characterizing things as urgent and important in a matrix and then working on it. It really focuses more on important and urgent rather than just urgent, which we are mostly inclined to do. With that, I will call Sanchita next for the fun game. Well, I will bring all of us back to the fourth habit, which is think win-win. So, Stephen Covey tells us that it's not just your win alone. If you make sure that your team, your clients, your colleagues, your relatives, if they are winning, then you win too. How that works is actually thinking and working for how each relationship can be contributed to. It can be professional or personal. And if the other person is winning, then it will contribute to your growth as well. With that, I want to call upon Shobit, the installation officer for today. One skill that has allowed him to be the best version of himself is the ability to influence and persuade people. Currently, he is working as an assistant manager at India Mart in sales and strategy profile, and he has served as the president of Chandigarh Toastmasters Club Area Director and Division D41. Before we begin further, I will bring the meeting back to the 7 habits. And the 5th one is seek first to understand and then understood. And the 6th one is synergize. I will talk about 2 together, but I think I want to tell everyone a story that I read in the book. And it kind of resonates with one of the oaths that the new EC has taken, which is listen sensitively. I think these 2 words put together make it very, very interesting, and that's something that we all need to learn. Seek first to understand and then be understood also talks about the same thing. So the author says, I was traveling in a subway where there were a group of children, there were a few, 2-3 children that were making a lot of noise. and he was really annoyed that the father was there, and he's not trying to civilize them, he's not trying to control them, and they are creating such a ruckus in the whole subway and troubling everyone. He walks up to the father and says that, your children are creating such a mess. Why are you not taking care of them? Why are you not teaching them something to be civil, to be properly mannered? And the man suddenly realizes and says, oh, I'm very sorry. We just came back from the funeral of my dead wife, and we are all trying to cope up with the loss. And with that, the author suddenly realized that maybe he could have been a little more empathetic, he could have been a little more understanding, because a certain behavior does not really mean that someone is ill-mannered or uncivilized. And I think listening it here as one of the oaths being taken is very, very interesting, and a reminder that we should be empathetic and listen sensitively whenever anyone is talking. With that, I'd like to call upon Aanchal for a speech by exiting president. So as we come to the conclusion of this meeting, I also conclude the theme with the 7th habit, which is sharpening the saw. Sharpening the saw kind of means keeping yourself upskilled and always work with a learner's mindset. I feel all of us are blessed to be in company of such people, because if you are a Toastmaster, if you have joined the club, and if you have the motivation to get up on a lazy day, on a day off in the morning and make it here, it definitely means that you're already doing this. So a huge round of applause for all of us, for yourself, for being here to work on yourself and upskilling yourself. With that, I call our new president, Sriram, for the vote of thanks. For his introduction, one skill that he has learned in his Toastmasters journey in GTMC is how to be calm and collected while on the stage and still learning in every meeting. He says the fun fact about him is it's very easy to befriend him with a biryani. You can buy it or cook it for him. And he is an automobile techie who works for cars and enjoys bikes and lives, quality analyst in Maruti Suzuki. Toastmaster Sriram.